My coworker tried to blackmail me and got himself fired instead. I work in a mid-sized tech company, the kind that tries to look relaxed and innovative on the outside, but is still corporate enough that one wrong email can ruin your entire year. It's a place where people love drama almost as much as they love complaining about having too much work. And in the middle of that, there's Marcus. If you've ever worked with someone who behaves like The Office is a reality show and they're the star, then congratulations, you've met Marcus. He hovered around people's desks, spread insider info that he definitely made up, and inserted himself into projects he had nothing to do with, all because he desperately wanted to look important. Unfortunately, our desks were close enough that I had become one of his main targets. And by targets, I mean he constantly tried to attach himself to everything I was working on. The real trouble started when our department got assigned a major audit. This wasn't a small task. This audit had the potential to determine our budget for the next fiscal year. Every number had to be perfect, every detail double checked. This is the kind of project where one mistake can end up presented to higher ups, and you do not want that mistake to have your name on it. I volunteered for it because I'm detail oriented, and honestly, I like this kind of work. It's quiet, focused, and free from people like Marcus. Or so I thought. The moment he heard I was assigned as the lead, his whole attitude shifted. During the meeting, when the manager confirmed I'd be handling the audit, he actually coughed loudly and said, "Interesting choice." Like we were picking teams for kickball, and he was shocked he wasn't captain. After the meeting, he approached me, trying to sound casual. "So, big project," he said, leaning against the cubicle wall like he was doing a photo shoot. "We don't want you to get overwhelmed. I could, you know, help." I told him politely that the manager specifically asked me to handle it alone. His eyebrows twitched, just for a second, but enough to show he didn't like the answer. And from that day on, he became a mosquito. A persistent, buzzing, irritating mosquito. He walked behind my desk pretending to check the printer. He asked me how the project was going every single day. He even started coming in early, at the exact same time I did. It was weird. Then came the blackmail attempt. And let me tell you, if stupidity had a brand ambassador, it would be Marcus. One afternoon, he pulled me aside with that same smug look he used whenever he thought he knew something no one else did. He said, "Hey, I saw something interesting the other day." Then he showed me a photo on his phone. It was me leaving the building with a coworker named Anna. We had grabbed lunch. That was it. We were literally walking to our cars. But in Marcus's conspiracy-filled mind, this meant that we had a secret relationship, and in his words, "I'm sure HR would love to know why you're getting special treatment." I blinked at him. This man legitimately thought he had dirt on me because I walked out of a building next to another adult. Then he said the magic words. "But hey, we don't need to make this a big deal. Just share credit for the audit project, and I'll forget all about it." I stayed calm, but inside, I was stunned. Not because of the blackmail attempt. People do dumb things. But because he actually sent me the picture when I asked for a copy. I said, "Yeah, can you email that to me just so I know what you're referring to?" He emailed it with the message thread where he implied I owed him. He basically built the noose, tied the knot, and placed it around his neck. I forwarded everything to myself, walked straight to HR, and told them exactly what happened. The HR rep's eyes widened the moment she read the email. She asked if I had interacted with Marcus this way before. I said no. She nodded slowly and said, "We've had concerns about him." Turns out, two other employees had reported similar behavior, but without proof. My case, watertight. Everything was spelled out by him in writing. Within 48 hours, Marcus was called into a meeting and he didn't come back. His desk was cleared up before lunch. People noticed immediately. One coworker whispered, "Did he finally get caught?" Another said, "About time." I realized he had annoyed way more people than I thought. A week later, HR followed up with me and actually thanked me. My manager pulled me aside to say that she was proud of how professionally I handled the situation. She even nominated me for a recognition award for the audit. Meanwhile, I heard Marcus had tried applying to a company one town over, but HR departments talk, and companies in this industry all know each other. It wasn't long before his reputation followed him. Last I heard, he was doing freelance IT work from his parents' basement, ranting online about toxic corporate culture. As for me, I finished the audit early, got the award, and became the go-to person for compliance work. And I learned a valuable lesson. If someone tries to blackmail you, stay quiet, stay calm, and let them hand you the knife they'll eventually trip on.